Welcome back guys. A few years ago, Feral Interactive raised the bar for racing games by releasing Grid Autosport. They have done this again by releasing Grid Legends just yesterday. This game was originally released for consoles and PC in February 2022, a fairly new title. Yes, it's very demanding. Feral recommends running the game on a mobile phone with Snapdragon 8 series processor. Its compatibility with phones is very limited. The game is not compatible with my ROG Phone 5s that has a Snapdragon 865 Plus processor. Even not compatible with my Poco F5 that has a Snapdragon 7 Plus Gen 2 processor. In this video, I'll be testing the game on my Poco F6 that has a Snapdragon 8s Gen 3 processor. I have the 12GB RAM variant of this device. In this game, we have the option to download either standard or HD textures. I'll be running the game with HD textures installed. Feral recommends using a phone with 8GB RAM or higher than that in order to use HD textures. The game's overall size is around 15.1GB with HD textures installed. This game mixes simulation and arcade elements, comes with extensively customizable touch and tilt controls. Even gamepad support is present. I'll be using my Cosmic Byte Stellaris gamepad to play the game. It's an X-input controller. On Android platform, Deluxe edition of the game is available. Sells for around $15 in India. Regional pricing has been employed. The price is around Rs 429. No demo for the game is available. The Deluxe edition includes more than 130 tracks and street circuits set in some of the most gorgeous looking locations around the world. The game is packed with a lot of content, will keep you busy with its career and story modes, also allows us to create our own events. You need to have an internet connection when running the game for the first time. This is for verifying the license. After that, internet connection is not required. I was able to play the game in offline mode without any internet connection. I didn't find any online racing mode in this game where we can race against other players online. I have tested many Feral Interactive Android ports before like Hitman Blood Bunny, Alien Isolation, Grid Autosport. Unlike some games that use Unreal Engine, Feral games do not suffer from traversal stutters. And this is not just limited to high-end phones, even on mid-range phones, their games are actually playable. But I do have a few complaints regarding their games. The game's compatibility with phones is very limited. They are not playable on phones that are powerful enough to run them. In these games, we only have access to a few settings. For example, a couple of presets like graphics and battery. That's about it. On my ROG Phone 5s, Grid Autosport's FPS was capped at 30. I had to tweak the game's configuration file to remove the 30 FPS cap, run the game at 60 FPS. An in-game setting to change the FPS cap should have been included alongside the note that increasing the FPS can cause the device to overheat. Use it at your own risk. It would be nice if their games come with an in-game FPS counter. Gauging the performance of the game on our mobile phones will become easier with this. On Poco F6, I use HyperOS FPS counter to show the FPS counter. Unfortunately, this FPS counter is not accurate when it comes to gauging the performance of Feral Interactive games. So instead of relying on HyperOS FPS counter, I'll be using KFmark to show you an accurate FPS count. This is the application. There's Grid. I've connected my mobile phone to my PC in order to keep KFmark FPS counter running. HyperOS frame rate monitor tool shows the system temperature. CPU flow tab shows the clock speeds for the individual cores of the processor. GPU load is also shown here. Okay, I'll show you the in-game settings. Settings for video settings. We only have access to two optimization presets, graphics and battery saver. That's it. Can't change the FPS cap. FPS in this game is capped at 30. Reduce rain intensity disabled. Motion blur disabled. This is optional. Sharpening level can be adjusted. Apply. 60. Go back. Show you the control setting. Arrow touch, tilt, virtual joystick. I'll be using my X-input controller to play the game. See, got detected. This is the game's home screen. From here we can access the game's different modes. First we have the story mode, sub-story modes, Driven to Glory, Classic Carnage, Enduring Spirit, Rise of Raven West and Winter Bash. I'll be playing through the first event. Next we have the career mode. We start as a rookie, then unlock the higher rank modes. Next we have the free play mode, single player, quick race, single race, custom cup, dynamic events. These are basically time-based events. An online leaderboard is present. Here you can see the fastest time registered by our rivals online to complete an event. 11 players only. Our garage. Here you'll see all of the vehicles that you own can be customized, upgraded. I'll just start the story mode now. Driven to Glory. Beginnings are objective. Finish ahead of Mateo Vega. We are in London. I'll start the event. 21 other racers in this race. Keeping on the GPU load, around 94%. HyperOS FPS counter is not showing an accurate FPS count. No way this is 120 FPS. It's definitely 30 FPS. You can judge this by watching the animation quality. Hitting the GPU bottleneck, processor has been pushed to its limits, 28 to 30 FPS. No audio stuttering. Stunning visuals. So much action is going on. The device is holding up nicely. I'll stay close to the other racers. Don't want to take the lead. Position 4th. You can play the game using the touch controls as well. Tilt feature is also available. I prefer using gamepad. Preference varies from user to user. Look at that scenery. AMOLED display makes the thing even better. Vanya Kapoor in front of me. Yeah, completed the first lap. Not bad at all. Log 30 FPS. Okay, I'll just use the different graphics preset. Optimization preset set to battery saver. Let's see. Back to the game. Still getting 30 FPS. GPU load is close to 76%. I was expecting a considerable drop in visual quality with the battery saver preset. That did not happen. See the shadow quality so sharp. Since I have connected the charging cable to get KF mark working, can't gauge the device's thermal performance properly in this game. Better to just use the graphics preset. Okay, I'll test the game in another track. Optimization preset set to graphics again. I've enabled RAM white tab, shows the values of free use and total RAM. Starting a free race. We'll be loaning this vehicle. Confirm car loan. 21 other races again. Look at our vehicle, so beautiful and fast. .30 FPS again. I can see big crowds along the sideways, both sides. GPU load here is around 70%. At London event was more demanding, it seems. So it's a very solid experience on Poco F6, but FPS is capped at 30. Some people will not like this. I mean, racing games should be running at least 45 FPS on mobile phones. 60 FPS is ideal. Would have been nice if this game had some kind of upscaling setting like FSR. Qualcomm has its own upscaler. I know about that. It would have helped in reducing the GPU load. Wow, this vehicle is really very fast. I'm about to complete the lap. Oh no. We can rewind. Lost control there. Resume from here. Some guy ran his vehicle into mine. Prevented that accident. Almost hit 200 kps there. Speed. Another rewind. So easy to lose control. Nemesis. That guy is doing this deliberately. I want to take him out. This is not burnout. Okay, so before ending the video, I'll just measure the temperatures. Why not? It's the winter season here in India, so overheating. won't be a problem. The maximum temperature on the screen side is around 36.4 degrees Celsius, nothing extreme. 30 FPS have really helped in keeping the temperatures in check. And the maximum temperature on the back side is around 36 degrees Celsius. Very good thermal performance exhibited by Poco F6. So that's it with the video guys. I hope you find it useful. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.